back to another episode of the Best of Three podcast. I'm really happy to have you all come back with us. And for this segment, we're going to have a conversation about the winners and losers of the off season. So I will start off, and I will say that one of the winners, and I'm going to throw a curveball with this one out the gate. I think it's the Clippers. I think they are not a massive winner, but I think they're a winner. I think letting Paul George go, it hurts. Yes, it makes them look bad, but they need to clear their books. And yes, you still have Kawhi Leonard on the books for how, like, another 4 years, 3 4 years. I think last year's a player
Well,
option.
3 years. 3 years.
Um,
No, actually it's just 2 years because he's on a 3 year
Oh, well,
extension.
then perfect then, and does Kawhi want to stay? Probably not. But I think that team needed a reset. They hit their ceiling hard, which is getting knocked out by Luka Doncic in the second round. Um, so I think I view them as a winner in free agency, because they still got a great coach on an extension. They still got some young talent with some promise, hopefully. Um, but they're just now a middling team, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, and I'm okay with that.
Well, I'm gonna say this: it don't matter what you're okay with that, or they okay with that, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they are. Like, it's the best. My team's being led right now by Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, both in their mid late 30s. I think I'm okay with that if I had to let Paul George go. Okay, Jordan, go ahead. Give me one of your winners.
Um, I think people would obviously think I'm going to talk about my Thunder. I'm not because we've already talked about it before. They haven't really changed anything else. Obviously, Thunder got two big pieces that fill in their hole. My biggest team that has the best offseason is actually the champions, the Boston Celtics. Now, they didn't do anything to change the roster. Besides, draft, Baylor Shinerman, which he's gonna play sometimes, obviously not meaningful minutes, but he's gonna play. But what they did was stay put. This is the exact thing in which the Lakers should have done after the bubble, which is stay put. Same thing that the Nuggets should have done after they won, which is stay put. Why? Because it worked. The Boston Celtics were obviously the best team in the NBA. They don't care about the salary cap. They don't care about the luxury tax. They don't care. Win another chip. The same thing the Nuggets should have done, except for instead of getting rid of Jeff Green, instead of getting rid of all these role players that are meaningful, Bruce Brown, stay put. You have the best team, and it's not even close. And what did they do? Nothing. All they did was re-sign their players, which is a great thing. That is easily the best team in the offseason because they were the best team in last season. They were the NBA champions. And what did they do? Nothing.
Well,
go ahead.
To be fair on the Nuggets, they were not matching that offer with the Pacers got Bruce Brown. So I don't blame them. I don't think they have
not in a technical sense, not in a technical sense for bird right purposes, but they could have signed him in a free agent just like they did. He was a free agent. They could have, obviously they couldn't extend on his contract to make that money, but they could have easily signed that bill. They could have easily signed that contract.
But the Pacers gave him a lot more money than what the Nuggets were willing to offer, and I don't blame them.
Right.
I don't blame
but
them.
you could have did a lot if you were the Nuggets to recoup some value in that. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
My biggest winner was the New York Knicks. Getting Mikal Bridges was huge. Re-signing OG was huge. And Jalen Brunson taking a pay cut, like that's going to free up a lot.
While also keeping your biggest trade chip, because it's a player who hasn't really been playing, but he's still a good player. It's Julius Randle.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a really good trade chip. Yeah,
I like him. I like them signing Precious Achiuwa back. Just a nice little cheap deal. 1 year.
They have to now. They had to.
I know they had,
He ain't
but
her
I
choice.
like at least
You
they
lost
didn't give up.
Harnstein, so you got to keep it Chua.
I like their offseason. I mean, they got better wing depth. That's really it for real.
If Randall can play some five, then that's good.
I'm
But
trading
they
Randall.
need.
I wouldn't yet. I wouldn't
Well, I
yet.
know we talked about it, but like I'm trading Randall. Like my best lineup right now on both ends of the basketball does not include Julius Randall. It's a
What we
Jalen
say,
Brunson,
Brunson,
Hart, OG, McHale, switch, whatever you want to do. And then
Mitch.
yeah. But like could I flip Julius Randall? And I'm not saying like Josh Hart has to like start. Obviously he's 6 man coming out. But if I'm not closing with Julius Randall, then why do I have Julius Randall? Like if there was
Oh no,
some,
no. First thing, Julius is gonna close. He's gonna close
I think
at
he
least until
has
that
to
2 minute,
close.
at least until that 2 minute
Yeah,
mark, when you can't hack a Mitchell.
right.
You can't hack a Mitchell because he shoots below 50% from the free throw line.
But I can't do that against an Embiid. I can't do that against a Jokic. I can't do that against an Anthony Davis. I can't do that against like a lot of these bigs. I can't do that with
Okay,
Julius Randle
yes, you can. But I'm
or
just
like with John, like the
if you're talking,
Grizzlies. I can't do that with the Grizzlies
hey,
even.
that's Brandon. Brandon, you're. I'm not worried about who. Okay, I get who's closing in the regular season, but all that will fail. I only care about who's closing the playoff game in the playoff series. I think Randall can close against the Pacers, against the Bucks. I think he can close against.
No, 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 no,
Why not?
not with Giannis. Not with Giannis. And no, not
I
with
don't.
Giannis coming after you.
I don't.
No,
I
I
don't see why not.
no. Julius got the same arm span as I do. That ain't
I
working,
don't see why
buddy.
not. I can see.
That's it.
I could see.
That's it.
I could see.
That's
I
it.
can see the Pacers. I mean, I can see the Pacers. I can
I
see.
can see the. I can give you the Pacers
I
and
might
maybe
give
the
you
Heat.
Philly. I might give you.
Pacers and maybe Heat.
I might give you Philly. Depending on what they
No,
do defensively, I could get you Philly, and I'll give you. That's it. That's it.
Either way, e-
I can go
either
Philly.
way, the Knicks have a really good blueprint to do
right.
whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
Whatever they need to do. Now they don't have the pick capital that they used to. Now you could trade Julius Randle for some picks. You could easily do that, and then
So,
a couple years down the line, trade up. So
Right.
I agree. Yeah, the Knicks is definitely a really good team this offseason for sure.
Like I would call Utah and figure out about Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler and some of the young guys, bring them here, and I give you Julius Randle. And then they're gonna flip Julius Randle somewhere else. But I think that would be a good opportunity. Like a Zach Collins in San Antonio. Is that an option?
all
Um,
right.
Oh,
I
Time
know,
to
I know,
no,
I know. I'm
losers.
going on my list. All right.
Losers.
no.
No, I'm not
All
saying
right,
like the
all right. We
like
on
Zach
to the
Collins and
losers.
like 3 other pieces, but
It's okay, Brandon. It's okay,
We're
Brandon.
done.
I
We on
know,
to losers.
I know,
We on to
I know,
losers.
I know.
Loser one, Brandon, for that take. Okay, let's get.
I'm not saying it's a deal centered around Zach Collins, but like,
That's what you said. That's what you said.
but like a
If
Keldon
you said the
Johnson.
Spurs, you could have said Spurs pick. You could have said Spurs pick, or you could have said
You're right. You're
anybody
right. You're right. I'm just
besides
saying,
Zach Collins.
like Keldon Johnson and Zach Collins for Julius Randle.
Brandon, next one.
Hey, okay, all right,
Okay.
all right, all right. My loser, um, I'm gonna say it's the Mavericks. Um, I wanted some more excitement, and I know that they were limited on what they could do, but you got a window that is wide open right now. Um, and the problem was their perimeter defense and finding someone who can still help out Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford in the interior. They didn't solve that. So I would like to see some sort of 2-3 wing who can help guard. But if Luka Doncic is going to be that guy who's going to start getting in defensive stances, then I'm wrong in this take. But I just wanted to see something bigger. I'm not saying I wanted to see some massive trade to get another all-star, but I just feel that that next quality role player just wasn't achieved. Not unless some guys take some leaps. So Jordan, go ahead.
Another team that did nothing. They did nothing. They signed nobody. They didn't make any trades. A team that stayed put, but where are they going? It's the Cleveland Cavs. Yes, they resigned Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, it's something that had to be done or else. But besides that, the team has not changed. And what is the team? What is the team? They're a second round team at best. That's exactly what they did this past playoff season. What did they do instead of playing? I can't remember. Maybe they were trying to play maybe Philly in the first round or the Knicks in the 1st round. I can't remember who they were trying to dodge. They were trying to dodge somebody, and they got hit with the Magic, and the Magic almost beat them. They got to the Celtics, and they were like, "Yep, we made it. Congratulations." That's it. And that's not what you want when you already have this salary on the team. You're going to have to pay Evan Mobley. You're going to have to repay Darius Garland. You're going to have to do something with Jared Allen.
You already
This team,
paid.
huh?
They already
What was
paid.
This is what I'm saying, but like, they got to do something. And what did they
Yeah.
do? Nothing. They did nothing. They didn't sign a shooter that was an obvious need of this team. They did not trade for a shooter, which was an obvious need. They did not get rid of Jared Allen or Evan Mobley, which was an obvious thing that they needed. And they still have a hole when it comes to who's leading the team. Obviously, it's Donovan Mitchell. But when Donovan Mitchell was playing, Darius Garland sucks. When Darius Garland's playing, Donovan Mitchell is not his best. Vice versa with the bigs. When Jared Allen is playing, Evan Mobley is almost non-existent, only besides defense. But when Evan Mobley is playing and Jared Allen's off, Evan Mobley looks like the next AD.
Yeah.
So once again, we all see it. Me, not watching a whole bunch of basketball, still sees it. We still see it. Why can't the GM see it? Why can't the owners see it? The people who are there day by day. So easily, they're not the biggest loser because obviously there's a whole lot. I mean, the Bulls suck. Horrible organization. But besides the obvious one, the Cavs staying put is obviously not the best, especially for a team that actually wants to compete but doesn't seem like they want to.
Well,
Right, Cam.
my loser is the Denver Nuggets. I think losing KCP was huge. Not having a lot of bench depth. Nope. Not good quality guards coming off. I think losing Reggie Jackson was huge. I think he was a very sneaky guy who can come in rotation when Jamal Murray needed a breather and he can hold his own.
That's a
I
problem in
think
itself.
also I think Deron Holmes.
Man.
I think Deron Holmes from Dayton
But
was
he
a
got
big hit for them as well. Because he was going to be their backup big. Because they're done with Zeke Naji. They're done with him. They didn't want him to play. So losing your backup big to Jokic while also losing your best perimeter defender because he got cooked the last 2 years. But anyway, their best perimeter defender. Yeah, they're.
I think I don't know how I feel yet about adding Russ.
I think that's for Bruce Brown.
I think he can only do so much.
But is he Bruce Brown? Because
No.
Bruce Brown was able to hit some threes.
I just think they're the
Bruce
biggest.
Brown was also able to find open shooters and get them good shots.
Russ can do that. Russ can do that.
He can do that, but what's he more
The
likely going to
shooting's
do?
sketchy.
What is he
Here's
more
my
likely
thing.
going to do? He's more likely going to take his head down and go to the rim.
Here's the thing. I don't think they were like they're a terrible team. I just think the West got
Right.
so much better, and they just got worse. Where I'm like,
They gotten worse the last 2 years.
yeah, like I'm like,
Right.
I don't know how I feel about y'all yet.
Like,
And
I
the
don't
thing is
think they're
though,
a top 3
thing is
seed
though, thing is
anymore.
though, they've
I
gotten
said it.
worse. They've gotten worse on purpose.
Right.
They have done these things to themselves. Almost all of these things are avoidable. They just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
They're barely scratching top 6 for me. The only reason they
Ooh, okay, hold up now. I can't give you that. I
only,
can't
the
give you
only,
that.
the only reason
Can't give you
why
that.
the only reason why they are what they are because they got the best player in the world. He's going to carry the regular season. But I'm talking about
You heard that, Jordan? Best player in the world is gonna carry them to a 6 seed. Just remember that one for later. All right, continue, Cameron. I'm sorry.
My glorious king.
I can name you 6 better teams than the Nuggets right now.
I mean, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you
Yeah,
can.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm
Are you
not
talking
gonna.
about in the West or are you talking about in general?
In the West.
I mean, maybe that's arguable, but
It's
that's fine. Go
arguable.
ahead.
Like, I can give you 3 for sure. I don't know about
Right.
4 or 5 and a 6. I can't give you that one.
They're
But
barely scratching 6, but I can argue the last one.
oh well.
I'll save it for
Yeah,
another.
and this real quick. I'm gonna talk about the Bulls. Like they're tanking, right? Like it's a rebuild, right?
No,
I don't think it's a full rebuild.
no, it's a retool. It's a retool.
Around who? Like
Exactly.
they're saying they want to get rid of Zach LaVine. So what? We rebuilt retooling around
No,
Kobe White,
Brandon. They tried to donate Zach LaVine.
right?
No one wanted the donation. They were trying to get rid of him for anything, and the Warriors said no. Everyone had said no. They were like, "Oh, we'll take pods and some picks." Brandon Pozinski and a couple picks, and the Warriors said no to Zach LaVine. Does that mean Zach LaVine is a bad player? No. Zach LaVine's a good player. He's just not worth the money.
I think the contract is the issue. I don't think it's the
That's
play.
what I said. He's just not worth the money.
I'm just confused on what they're doing. Like a Kobe White, Josh Giddey backcourt sounds so ugly to me. So ugly.
Defensively, that's bad. Offensively, I think it could work. I actually do think it could work. 2 combo guards who can both bring the ball up. One can shoot. One can drive. I can see it. I can see it. That is fine.
That don't even. I cannot wait for their media day so I can see what this starting lineup is, and I just want them, whoever is that photographer.
Giddey, White, LaVine, Williams, Vooch.
That's so ugly.
That
is so ugly. That is ugly. All right, Cooper. Cooper Flag about to go be a Chicago Bull.
Oh, hold on, young Montez Buzelis is coming through. Hold on, y'all. He was dunking on people all summer league.
I might even want to entertain that discussion. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in with us. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.